I went to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights in hopes of doing everything Halloween related, and my goal is to find the whereabouts of Toy Chica for the upcoming FNAF 2 movie. So, I ended up recording my entire Halloween Horror Nights experience with dual capture mode on my iPhone. So that way I can record twice as much, which I'll admit was kind of a mistake. But yeah, I'll be going in depth and giving you my rating on every Halloween ride. Or I guess like haunted houses, because that's what they are, not rides. So after I got into the park, I immediately spent $80 in power bands. But I mean, bro, look, bro, they're like amiibos. It's so wicked, bro. I had to spend $80 on that. But I knew I shouldn't be wasting all my money at the start of the theme park, because conveniently enough, the FNAF store was right next door. But bro, I won't even lie, that merch was straight ass. Dude, what FNAF keychain cost like $40? Ooh, which meant like the shirts were like cheaper somehow. I'm not trying to wear these shirts in public either way. Which is when I found this horrendous smelling FNAF candles, bro. And oh my gosh, bro, the scent was supposed to be pizza flavored. And when I took a single whiff of that fucking candle, bro, my nose immediately started to burn, bro. And it just smelled like cheese. Expired cheese. Dick cheese, bro, even. But thankfully, the candles were cheaper than the keychain, so I definitely bought like 15 of them. So with candles in my hands, my plan was simple. And my plan was to go into the FNAF haunted house right after. But unfortunately, the haunted house was closed, and it didn't open until like 6 o'clock, which meant I had time to kill. I think out of all the haunted houses that I went to during Halloween Horror Nights, the Five Nights at Freddy's one had to be the busiest lines of the entire park. And I'm pretty sure the waiting queue was up to 2 hours to like 3 hours. It was really bad.
Well. Bro, I'm so glad I got these fast passes, bro. It's so nice. Skip the line immediately, bro. It sucked to be here during Fright Fest.
And then after a while, the haunted house opened up and everyone was hyped up. And then they started to let people in.
Oh my gosh. Brandon. Is it cool? Oh, bro. Oh, damn! Bro, he ain't running. Oh my. Alright, Chica, bro. That was not worth that huge line, bro. Was it? I don't think so.
Looking back, I feel like this ride was a little boring. I get it was made for kids, I guess, so that's the price you pay when you're a grown adult at a haunted house that's made for FNAF. But it wasn't even like that scary at all. I mean, I was more confused half the time and scared. And some of this shit wasn't even jump scares, bro. Some guy was getting like back shots. But nevertheless, it was what it was said to be, which was a FNAF haunted house. So I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. It was alright. I think the worst part was the lines. All right, the next haunted house that I went to with my family. Yes, I went with my family. It was for a family vacation, bro. What's wrong with that, bro? And before we went on the ride, we all went to the Mario amusement park. So we all had like Mario hats and my family was like dripped out. And I won't lie, looking back at this footage, it was pretty bad. I mean, dude, like once we got inside, there was like no lights. It was pitch black. You're seeing actual footage that like I'm looking at right now. Oh my gosh, my voice cracked. But yeah, you're seeing actual footage I recorded at the theme park. And I wasn't trying to be like a jackass recording with my flash on, man. I already seem obnoxious as is with my phone out. So I'm not trying to do those extra steps. So I'm gonna use like this random YouTube footage I saw of this haunted house so you could get an idea of what I saw. But from what I can remember, the haunted house had more of a scare factor from the FNAF one, which honestly a good idea, because if some kid, I do not want some kid to be fucking traumatized if they saw like their favorite FNAF characters like brutally killing people. So because of that, I'll give the Scarecrow a 7 out of 10. Okay, so after I rewatched some of this footage at the Jason haunted house, the entire time I was just stating obvious ass facts.
He's dead, bro. Oh, he's dead, bro.
Keep in mind though, this wasn't a one-time thing. I did this like 10 times during the entire like not roller coaster. This is haunted house. I keep saying that, but I genuinely don't know why I kept repeating that, man. I feel bad for the people in front of me, bro. They just kept hearing me saying, "Oh my gosh, that dude is dead. That dude is dead." But what's even worse than me repeating myself was the fucking smell inside the haunted house, bro. It smelled like straight dog ass, bro.
It smells like food.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue why I said it smelled like food, bro. It smelled like ass. I don't know if I was like hungry at the time and I just smelled that and I was like, oh, food, bro. I don't know. But overall, the Jason haunted house, It was a pretty good experience. I'll give this another 7 out of 10.
I'm gay.
I feel like I'm obligated to mention that I'm not really a WWE fan, but this ride, this roll, I keep saying ride, bro. This haunted house was honestly probably the best one at Universal Studios. But like the Jason ride, this haunted house had a shitty ass smell lingering inside that I ended up getting so used to that I ended up having a lingering smell throughout the entire park. And all these people were walking away from me so disgusted, and I had no clue why. But it turns out that same scenario happens to me at school too. I have no idea why this is happening. But other than that, I'll show you some more clips of what happened inside this haunted house.
Oh! Smell like shit!
Overall, this is probably the best haunted house at Universal Studios, so I gotta give it like a 9 out of 10. It was pretty damn good. Okay, so I could have sworn Jurassic World had its own unique haunted house, like, or horror theme within its ride. But when I looked online, apparently it didn't. It said on the map it did, but like I said, it didn't. But dude, the wait lines for every like non-haunted house was so short, bro. It was 5 minutes for every single ride's wait time. So me and my dad just went on every single ride we could. So if y'all want to cheap out and not buy a fast pass, just go during Halloween because that's legit just the secret meta. But since this wasn't really a haunted house, the next haunted house we went on was Universal Terror Tram, which wasn't necessarily a haunted house. It was more of a ride in itself because I think its main purpose is to transport you to one part of the amusement park to another for more haunted houses. And bro, okay, I'm gonna go on a bit side tangent right here. I swear to you, my tour guide sounded just like Matt Pepper. I'm not going insane.
Aboard, make sure you're moving all the way over to the right-hand side. That way we can get as many victims on board as possible. If you end up sitting on the left, well, watch those arms and legs as the gates come down.
I don't even think these clips are even doing it justice because it doesn't even prove my point because I only heard the resemblance when this dude legit started talking about FNAF lore on the tram, bro. It was so unnecessary. He just started talking about it because he was like so happy about it. And the sad part is too that I didn't even record any of it, bro. I didn't record him talking about FNAF lore. Just like the video, man. It's my fault. But after we got off our tram, we had a spooky encounter. But our next actual haunted house was the Purge. And my goal was to make one of the guards lynch. Not lynch, bro. Oh gosh, that is not in my script. Anyways, my goal was to make one of the workers flinch at me doing like a fake out punch.
It smells horrible. It smells like gasoline. Huh?
Surprisingly, the Purge haunted house wasn't even like a haunted house. It just took place outside on the sidewalk. So you just had to walk through the entire amusement park with Purge people like trying to attack you, even though they legally can't. So, haha. But the Purge haunted house kind of took us to multiple kind of haunted houses. They were all pretty short, but it was still pretty good in my opinion. And after that, we went back to the tour bus to head back to the actual amusement park. All right, we're at the Terrifier haunted house, bro. Let's get this. Let's get this review in order, cause my opinions matter, bro.
Is that a real person? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, I'm feeling wet. Sure, bro. Your breath hard. Oh, bro. It smells so bad in there. Oh.
But overall, I feel like the Terrifier had the scariest haunted house. I know I said the other one. I don't know which. I think Wyatt's haunted house, whatever it's called. I think I said that was the scariest. But I feel like these two are kind of up there. This is probably one of the scariest ones. I do feel like the amount of gore was kind of excessive just to have like a shock factor. But dude, it's a fucking slasher movie. I don't know what I expected. Overall, I'll give it another 7 out of 10. It was a pretty good haunted house. Dude, I do not know what midlife crisis I went through during that haunted house, but dude, I look so unhappy in this recording. And a future note to myself, I need to remind myself to never record with a fucking iPhone in a haunted house where it's pitch black inside. Because yet again, I just had pitch black footage of the haunted house because you can't see anything because it's so dark inside. And when the lights do turn on, my dumbass is always aiming the camera towards the floor and my neck. Like, I don't know what? Overall, ignoring my fucking midlife crisis I went through, I think it was a pretty good haunted house. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it was a good movie to haunted house adaptation. So I recommend going to check this one out. Unfortunately, out of all the rides I went on, the Fallout one wasn't one of them because my family wanted to go home, bro. That was so unfair, bro. I just wanted to go in the haunted houses. My mom was like, no, I don't want to go in the Fallout ride. We're too tired. So I'll react to some YouTube footage of like a walkthrough of the haunted house so I can feel like I'm actually there. All right, let's see this ride or haunted house. I keep saying, oh my gosh, that kid is dead. Actually, is that a real person or is that like a mannequin? All right. Oh, we got someone laying on the floor. Oh, he stabbed in the chest. Ah! Oh, sorry, I got jump scared. Dude, what the fuck was that, bro? That was even a jump. That was just a man jumping out, bro. How is that a fucking jump scare? What the hell, bro? Okay, yeah, that's what I was confused about. How do you turn Fallout into like a haunted house, bro? This is just like a post-apocalyptic world. I don't really see how it could be like horror related, I guess. I mean, I could see it, but just like, I don't know. Bro. Get this fucking Fortnite character off the screen, bro. Oh, okay. I mean, this atmosphere seems kind of scary. I think this is like where the ghouls are at. Oh, that's cool, though. This is like the FNAF haunted house, bro. Like, it's like not really too terrifying, but it's just really cool to see. Pitch black. I don't see anything really right now. Looks like my footage. What the hell is that? Is that Fallout? Whoa, saws. Okay, now we gotta watch out, bro. Stuff is about to get real. Oh, white woman jump scare! White woman! Oh, and that's it. Okay. What is this? What is this outro, bro? All right, thank you, Attractions Magazines, for this footage. Overall, I'll give this ride like a I gotta get the 6 out of 10. No, that's 7 out of 10. Whatever I give the FNAF one, bro, it's same rating because I guess I'm basing this off a scare factor. So same, I guess 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Overall, I feel like Universal has some pretty good haunted houses this year. This is actually my first time I ever went to a haunted house, so this was a pretty good first experience. The entire park had like people dressed up in Halloween costumes, and workers were constantly trying to scare people around the plaza, which was really a cool thing. And for 8 haunted houses to be like $80 is a pretty good price, considering that like one haunted house, like anywhere I go now, is just like $30, which is a pretty good like deal for the amount of attractions you pay for. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you under your bed. That's the guy. He's been sleeping under my kid's bed.
You're going away for a long time, you child predator.
What? No, bro. I was trying to be scary for Halloween, man, bro. What do you mean? It's the scary month, bro. You get what I mean,
You
man?
sick motherfucker. Yeah, just say what you gotta say for the judge, little bro. These YouTubers never change, bro.